The new D2 dungeon exotic, the Navigator, is either A, broken and not working properly, which is something I could never imagine happening in a Destiny game, or B, it's got a fun little hidden feature. Either way, it's something y'all should know about, and also, goddamn, what a breath of fresh air. The Navigator is a grade A example of what a creative and fun exotic should be. Maybe not an OP exotic, but those who are truly good at the game are gonna pop off with this thing, and I like it a lot. Today, I'll just give you what you need to know, everything about what the exotic does, the bug/hidden feature, of course, and some quick thoughts on the weapon overall. Okay, the Navigator, which you can potentially get from beating the final boss in the new Ghost of the Deep dungeon. I've got a guide on how to beat that, linked down in the video description if you need it. It's also the first ever strand trace rifle, and it goes in the kinetic slot. First, we have Weft Cutter, which is going to be nice for PvE. Dealing sustained damage severs the target. Easy enough. We also have Protective Weave. Firing this weapon at an ally grants woven mail to both the user and the target. Now, this is where the fun begins. Works exactly how you think. Tag an ally with your beam and both of you get woven mail. 10 seconds worth, by the way. Way more generous than I thought it was going to be. How much do you got to shoot your teammate in order to trigger the woven mail? Good question. Not really a consistent answer. Sometimes I shot my ally with just 4 shots and that would trigger woven mail. Other times it took 5 shots and other times it took 6. I really tried to look for a pattern and at first thought that maybe the more you apply woven mail to a teammate, the less ammo it would take over time, aka the first time it would take 6, then it would take 5, then it would take 4, but that wasn't consistent either, so fuck it, I guess. Somewhere between 4 and 6 shots to apply woven mail, just give them the old tappa until you see them shimmering green and you're done. By the way, when you apply woven mail in that fashion, you regen a small chunk of ammo to the gun. I don't mean you get it from reserves, by the way. I mean the Navigator literally conjures up and gives you ammo out of thin air. Only 5 ammo, but hey, that's around how much it costs to get woven mail in the first place. Great deal, if you ask me. Now, here's where the hidden perk and or bug and or whatever the hell it is comes in, and it's good news for solo players. Turns out you don't need an ally to get that free woven mail. Literally just sustained fire on any target to the point where you activate the sever effect will give you woven mail. That's in both PvE and PvP, by the way. In PvE, just find a big old target and beam them until they get severed, and yeah, free woven mail for you. It's a little bit harder to do in PvP because sustained fire on any target will kill them directly. But if you beam one guardian, then beam another guardian to the point where you've activated sever, literally free woven mail for you. Oh, and a quick timeout right now. If anyone at Bungie is watching today's video, keep this bug in. You know, unless of course it somehow becomes really broken and unhinged and ruins the meta, then all right, yeah, get it out of here. But I don't really see that happening, and for right now, I'm really enjoying this bug. If you can, pair it together with that new Warlock helmet, the one that looks awful but plays great. With both together, you can generate heavy ammo for your team, sever the enemy, and give yourself and allies woven mail. Damn fun loop right there. And speaking of fun, the Navigator pairs incredibly well with multiple perks on the artifact. Because we're able to get woven mail by either tap shooting allies or just beaming enemies long enough, we can take advantage of Strand Soldier. Gain unraveling rounds whenever you gain woven mail with Strand equipped. And because we now gain unraveling rounds, booyah! Improved unraveling right next to it. And icing on the cake, conductive Cosmic Needle. Debuff enemies with the Navigator, and now they're going to get hit harder by any Arc Titans you may have on your team, which, seeing how good they're eating right now with the current artifact, should be a fair amount. I wanted to try Navigator out in PvP and immediately thought of that Hunter exotic that at least 25% of you think you're pronouncing correctly but probably aren't. Just call it the helm of what looks better, 1 or 2.
2. No, 1.
Because we're getting so much woven mail, we can take advantage of that improved flinch resist that happens when woven mail is active with that exotic. This can lead to a lot of situations in PvP where you don't even have to use the trace rifle to get a kill to take advantage of the kit. Activate woven mail, swap to a different gun, and beam the hell out of your enemy knowing that you will take next to no flinch at all. And real quick, why don't we talk about the catalyst? If ever there was an exotic where you should really prioritize nailing the exotic catalyst, it's Witherhoard. But the Navigator is a close second. Special reload the gun and fire to create a grapple point. Titans, Warlocks, if you've ever been jealous of the Hunter ability to use Widow's Silk, be green with envy no more. Literally all you gotta do is hold down the reload button to change how the weapon fires, and then you will lob off a grapple point the next time you shoot the gun. This takes only 1 ammo to do. Talk about freaking value. And I can understand your fear, by the way. 1 ammo for 1 grapple point? PvP is gonna turn into a goddamn Spider-Man simulator overnight. Well, what is preventing that is the cooldown mechanic on the catalyst. After making a grapple point, you might notice a random timer appear on your HUD with no text next to it. That is your grapple point cooldown, turns out, meaning you can't make another one for 30 seconds, which might be kind of long, but I get it. But anyway, damn, what a fun catalyst. As I mentioned earlier, I think on the PvP side of things, this won't be meta-crushingly OP or anything, but the ceiling on the gun is high, really, really high. You're gonna see wild, mad scientist type PvP players finding just the right time to take advantage of applying woven mail to a teammate, and especially finding really creative times to take advantage of the free grapple point. Straight up, I cannot wait to see any potential Twitter clips from players getting wildly creative in PvP with the Navigator. On the PvE side, again, I don't know if this will take the meta by storm or anything, but it is a fun weapon and a great addition to the overall Strand kit. I think the give woven mail to teammate thing will be more of a PvP type deal, but still, lots of unraveling and tangle ad clear potential via the artifact, and even some reload shenanigans via the Thread of Ascent fragment. Spam off a few shots in PvE, grapple to your free Navigator grapple point, insta reload, and keep shooting. It's just an all-around fun gun. Props to whoever at Bungie made this weapon. Again, a breath of fresh air, especially among all the whoops moments, I'll call them, that have popped up with Season of the Deep. By the way, I plan on talking about some of those in the future. Ring the notification bell if you're interested in that video so you don't miss it. Final note, remember to check my recent video on how to unlock the Navigator catalyst, even if you don't have the gun. Helping a teammate get the exotic catalyst will literally make it more likely for you to get the gun to drop. Link down low in the video description. Let me know how you feel about this new exotic down in the comment section, but again, really enjoying it right now. Just woven mail you and the boys up and go have a good time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on stream.